Hello folks, my name's David Edgar. I'm the host of Heart and Hand the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you today after Rangers maintained our 100% record at the top of the Premier League, where of course we are the champions, by defeating Hibs by 2-1 today at Ibrox. A rather bizarre Ibrox. The sun was splitting the trees and was quite warm when you were out in it, but then it started to snow at the start of the second half. Only in Scotland would you get that, and it was quite an interesting match on paper. Hibs, I think, have probably been the team that have given Rangers the most bother this season. Earlier 2 1-0 victories and a 2-each draw were the results before today when the teams have came up against each other, and they went for it again with 2 up front. Rangers, I think, named, allowing for injuries, our strongest team today, which is quite interesting. And the first half started a little bit sluggishly from both sides. It was clear early on that Hibs had decided to target Rangers down the left-hand side, and Martin Boyle was giving Borna Barisic quite a torrid time there. But Rangers asserted control, could have took the lead after a lovely bit of play by Alfie, fired across goal. Kemar Roof running in, touched it and was adjudged to be offside. From the press area, I couldn't see if it was going in before he put the touch on it or not, but there weren't a lot of complaints from Rangers about that. Minutes later, Roof was a brilliant save from the Hibs goalkeeper Marciano, but it didn't take long for Joe Aribo to pop up with the opening goal. A brilliant finish, the ball coming to him in the box, and he steadied himself and then delivers the finish low across the goalkeeper for 1-0. At that point, Hibs began, I thought, to come back into it and ended the half quite strongly with a number of decent opportunities and a couple of shots from just outside the box that whistled just past Alan McGregor's goal, although one he got... the referee adjudged him to get a touch on. Into the second half, and I thought that Rangers, again, were a little bit slack in possession at times, but kept pushing at Hibs, kept trying to find the opening, kept trying to work at the opening. And when the second goal came, it was a stunner. Ryan Kent getting the ball wide on the right-hand side, but he cut right across, and then a lovely little dummy to provide a wee bit of space for a shot from 20 yards, and he just smashed it low past the goalkeeper for 2-0. And at that point, I thought Rangers would see the game out reasonably easily, but Borna Barisic had a bit of a torrid afternoon, in all honesty, and a cross swung in from his area was headed home by Nisbet, who's quite an impressive player, for 2-1. Rangers brought on Zungu and Itten for seeing it out purposes and managed to do so without much bother. Hibs also had the ball in the net another time through Porteous, but the ref had blown for a foul before the finish went in. After the match, Stephen Gerrard was full of praise for Nathan Patterson in particular. He said he thought that his battle with Josh Doig today was going to be an interesting one, and he thinks that both of them are quality youngsters, and I think you could see that today, and I thought Nathan Patterson was brilliant. Philip Helander just edged him for man of the match, but I certainly would have had no complaints about giving it to Nathan Patterson. And with Tav returning to training this week, it puts us in a reasonably strong position ahead of next week's Scottish Cup tie. So we're just waiting to hear when that game will be, really. All of us as supporters, aren't we? We're waiting to find out. For me, this is the ideal test for Rangers today, that we played a side who've got things to play for still. Hibs will still try to finish third. They're a good side. They're always bang up for games against Rangers. And it was a good test today. It wasn't going to be one of these days where we dominate without really having to get into second gear. And I think that it might have blown the cobwebs off of the last couple of weeks in a way that, with all due respect, the Cove Rangers game wasn't likely to do. So overall, pretty positive. Again, maybe Rangers weren't at our best today, but the sign of champions is to be able to get yourselves over the line. And I don't think it was ever really fraught. I don't think Rangers were lucky to win the game. I never felt Rangers weren't going to pick up 3 points today, and that is a sign of a side who just have the confidence and their abilities to find something, and for their special players to deliver like Ryan Kent did when it mattered. Thank you very much for joining me today. I will be back on this next week after we take on Celtic, whenever that takes place. But until then, if you want to hear more from me, then go to Heart and Hand, wherever you get your podcast. Search for Heart and Hand the Rangers podcast, and the free one, which appears every Monday and Thursday, will be with you. And if you want even more, then go to our subscription site. It's patreon.com/Heart and Hand, where from just $1.99 per month you can get up to 5 shows every single day on all things Rangers. Thank you for listening to me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll talk to you again next week. Take care. Bye bye.